Man, my worst day working on my own is better than my best day in corporate America.
Well, describe what it is about that. It's a lot more work, but
Right.
What is it that's on the other side of the scale that's offsetting that?
I like to be able to control my own destiny. Nobody else has responsibility of feeding me. I am completely self-reliant. It's exciting because your comfort level is, you don't have a comfort level. You never have a comfort level. Right. You never sit back and in the white and going, oh, today I think I'll just take the day off. I plan a day off like months in advance, plan that day off. So I like that feeling of being uncomfortable and always having to think about what else can I jam in the pipeline?
Right.
If I'm sleeping 7 hours, I might be able to dial that back to 6.5 or come home a little bit earlier or leave a little later before I go get a pint.
What do you feel like when you came out needed to be purged?
One of the things is, you could take the guy out of the military, but you can't take the military out of the guy. I was special ops guy. So I had to work with a different breed of person. I had to develop a whole new level of tolerance for people.
Wow.
To me, that was a big one. It was like, all right, well, this guy's a piece of shit. But the thing is, I would never in a million years associate with this guy prior to, in my old life. But now this is where I live.
Right.
He's part of my industry and I need him.
Right.
He's an asset. So that was a big one there. I had to develop tolerance and tactfulness because my tact sucked.
So tactful, not tactical.
Right.
That was the big transition. I had to go from tactical to tactful.
Yeah, that was a hard one because you could say all the right shit, but it only takes 10 seconds to completely destroy your credibility or what you're selling or the person that you are by putting your foot in your mouth.
The key to independence. I mean, you're going to hear a lot of people talk about entrepreneurship. They're going to talk about the mechanics of business. That's all important. We all need to understand that. But what we're talking about here is the core and the essence of self-governing people, the liberty that gets experienced when you totally invest in yourself. I like to say it this way. If you're telling me it's up to me, you're giving me good news.
Right.
For a lot of people, you tell them it's up to you.
Dude, and they're freaking out because they don't know how to handle it. They can't compartmentalize that kind of pressure.
Right.
Oh, am I have to make a decision on my own? Oh man, to me, it's the best feeling ever.
It is.
Like this morning, I fielded some emails. There was an opportunity. I've got no time for it, but I didn't tell them no.
Right.
I said, hey, can you ping me back in a couple months again? Just to see where I'm setting at that point in time. If it's something that I may think about entertaining, I'm not going to say no. I'm going to file it.
Right.
And I'm going to ping him back and say, hey, hit me back in a couple months, see how my flow is, and maybe we could make this thing happen.
Yeah. The more stuff you put, the more lines you put out, right? The more fish you're probably going to be taught industrial design. Remember those classes, dude? That was a bomb back then when we went to school, dude.
Oh, yeah. Well, I remember learning how to temper steel.
Yeah.
And you're making your own tools. You're making hammers and chisels. And, hey, you got to temper this right. Otherwise, it's going to be too brittle. Did they do that in school anymore?
I don't know. But the teachers you always had in like industrial design, they still had those 50s kind of haircuts. So they were like dudes. They were men's men. Like my art teacher from elementary school was a professional bow hunter.
Oh, cool.
He took the whole class like overnight camping, and we got to shoot bow and arrow and go visit a taxidermist. And
no kidding.
It was
nice.
Killer, man. Yeah. Anyway, it's got nothing to do with my story, but that's a good footnote.